Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews, continuing with the BJCP style guidelines. We're on style 16B Oatmeal Stout, and for that I got, which was one of my all-time favorite beers. I don't know if it's pronounced Saint Ambrose or Saint Ambroise, because I believe they're French Canadian. I'm gonna say Saint Ambroise just to be fancy. So Saint Ambroise Oatmeal Stout from a Coslin brewery. They're out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So this is super old school deep cut reference here. You might remember in February of 2009, almost 9 years ago, I reviewed this beer with Jay at his apartment, and that was the first time Jay had ever done a video beer review. So, just old school flashback there. All right, so let's dive right into the guidelines here. 16B Oatmeal Stout overall impression: a very dark, full-bodied, roasty, malty ale with a complementary oatmeal flavor. The sweetness balance and oatmeal impression can vary considerably. That's quite true. If you read the comments, history, characteristics, ingredients, all that stuff, style comparisons, I'm not going to read all this. It's way too long, but they make a point of saying it's like under style comparisons, most are like a cross between an Irish extra stout and a sweet stout with oatmeal added. Several variations exist, with the sweeter versions more like a sweet stout with oatmeal instead of lactose, and the drier versions more like a nutty, flavorful Irish extra stout. Both tend to emphasize the body and mouthfeel. Our Vital is 25 to 40 IBUs, 22 to 40 SRM. Very dark, not too hoppy bitterness, but plenty of roasted malt bitterness. Well, like all good stouts, there's a lot of roasted malt, but this one actually has the roasted aroma to it. I mean, it doesn't smell like burnt toast or like burnt anything. It's just like really roasty, like coffee, like black coffee. But there's also a sweetness to it, and that's obviously from the oatmeal. A lot like, the sweet stout with the lactose. Almost like a chocolate milk or milk chocolate kind of thing going. Almost a tiny little bit of smoke. That's from the roasted malt, obviously. Tiny little bit, very, very subtle, fruity esters in here. It's just kind of mixing with the whole sweetness from the malt and everything. I'm not getting any hops. Not that you really need hops for this kind of beer, but yeah, it's a pretty good smelling beer. Let's check the specs on Aroma. Aroma, mild roasted grain aromas, generally with a coffee-like character, called it. A light malty sweetness can suggest a coffee and cream impression, true. Fruitiness should be low to medium high, true, it's quite low. Diacetyl, medium low to none. Yeah, I didn't get any butter or anything like that. Hop aroma, medium low to none, earthy or floral. Yeah, I really don't get any hop aroma. A light, grainy, nutty oatmeal aroma is optional. 10 out of 12 on this one for the aroma. Appearance, well, I mean, it's a great looking beer. You saw me pour it. Black, holding it up to the window here. Maybe just a faint little bit of brown on the bottom there. So obviously, 44 SRM. Big, fluffy. I would probably call that, I don't know if you call that dark tan or brown. I'd probably call that dark tan. Nice froth on there. Looks like it's going to stick around. Let's check the specs. Appearance, medium brown to black in color. Thick, creamy, persistent tan to brown colored head. Can be opaque. If not, it should be clear. I mean, I guess I'll see how clear it is once we get into it. But I mean, that looks really a freaking opaque. So, yeah, I'm going to go the full 3 out of 3 on appearance there. All right, so flavor, best part, cheers. I don't know how you say cheers in Quebec. Wow, lots going on here. This is definitely way more roasty than the sweet stout I did. So like actual, like real, like roasted malt, black malt. It's there's a lot of bitterness coming from that roasted malt, but it's not acrid. It's not like burnt toast or burnt popcorn or anything like that. And then the sweetness all comes, well, actually it's opposite. It's like mildly sweet up front. You're getting that oatmeal, kind of that nutty kind of thing they mentioned. So I mean, it's like raw, authentic oatmeal. So it's not like your sugary breakfast oatmeal. So sweetness on that end, and then you get all that roasted malt on the back end. Has like this kind of coffee flavor. Really nice. I do get faint little bit of fruity yeast esters on there. I'm assuming that they're using either a British strain or a relative of a British strain. So slight little fruitiness in there, especially up front. Like the up front is the oatmeal. It's the slight fruity esters. It's not like too intense to begin. There's a little bit of milk chocolate in there too, or like maybe like a mocha, coffee, something like that. And then once you hit that apex, you get, as far as actual hop character, just faint, tiny little bit of like earthy floral hops and like some bitterness. But then once that roasted malt comes in, like you're getting plenty of bitterness off the roast. But yeah, so I really like the taste, especially considering it may not be the freshest can in the world. So let's check the specs on flavor. Flavor, similar to the aroma. Isn't that obvious? With a mild roasted coffee to coffee and cream flavor, true. And low to moderately high fruitiness. Yeah, I'd say low fruitiness. Oats and dark roasted grains provide some flavor complexity. The oats can add a nutty, grainy, or earthy flavor. Yeah, I'd say it's slightly nutty. Also some sweetness. Dark grains can combine with malt sweetness to give the impression of milk chocolate or coffee with cream. Absolutely true. That's what I just said. Medium hot bitterness with the balance toward malt. True. Medium sweet to medium dry finish. Diacetyl, medium low to none. True. I didn't get any diacetyl. Hop flavor, medium low to none. True. Typically earthy or floral. Like I got like no real hop flavor. So yeah, to me it tastes really, really good. But like I said, it just seems like a little old. So I'm gonna go 17 out of 20 for flavor. When this is fresh, it's a 20. Mouthfeel, I'd probably put it about a medium full body. I don't think I'd say it's straight up full. I usually reserve full for like a 10% Russian Imperial Stout. It's only 5% ABV, so it has a lot of body for such a light alcohol. Plenty of flavor such a light alcohol. It's very filling though. Even though it's light as far as alcohol, I don't know if I would want to like drink a lot of these. It does like leave a little bit of a roasty kind of starchy aftertaste. I would not call it refreshing, but this, even though it's only, like again I said, only 5% ABV, I think this would actually stand up to a meal. It's not like again as a velvety thing, although I think this would be awesome on nitro. But for regular carbonation, I'd probably put it about medium low. I think it should be closer to like a medium CO2. Just needs like a tad bit more, I think. But very smooth, highly drinkable. It's very filling though. So let's check the specs on mouthfeel. Mouthfeel, medium full to full body, true, with a smooth, silky, velvety, sometimes an almost oily slickness from the oatmeal. It's smooth, yes. Silky or oily, no. Creamy, true. Medium to medium high carbonation. I'd probably put about medium low. Maybe medium. I'm going to go 4 out of 5 for mouthfeel. Overall impression, I'm going to go 9. 9 out of 10. That's a total score of 44 out of 50 for the Oatmeal Stout. I could probably bump it up one more point to give it a 10, but I really don't think that this particular can is a 10. I think the beer overall, it's definitely one of the best examples of the style, especially if you can get it in cans. So check that out. I really like it. So that does it for this review of the Papazian St. Ambroise and St. Ambroise Oatmeal Stout. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's beer review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.